All right, this is part 3 of how to get your spouse on board. This is my wife, Laura, and my name is Tim Sales, and we're going to be talking about Laura finds her niche.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, so here's what happens here. So in my perception, Laura's in this situation where my network marketing business is a Tim thing, right? So it's, like I might, I don't know, they come out with a product and I'm really excited about it. And maybe she says, I'm not excited about it. Okay. All right. Okay. So, and then I say, well, maybe you can just, tell your story, at an in-home or something like that. And she says, I don't have a story, right? And so that's kind of my perception. And I just, what was going on?
So my perception of what was happening is we got married and we started a network marketing business, a new company that was just starting up. And you had all the experience, right? You had at the time 20 years of network marketing experience. You had a relationship with the owners of our company. And so you were starting this thing and we were starting this thing, right? But it was more you. You were making all the calls, you were recruiting, you were staying up till 2 a.m., you were doing all the presentations, you were doing all the traveling, all the events. And I was pregnant with our first son. And I was like, I'm going to be a mom. Like my hands are full, first time mom. And so you wanted my support and you wanted me to come along for the journey and you wanted me to attend the meetings and, help you with the videos and be there and show up. And I 100% was, and I loved it. And I thought it was so much fun, but I always viewed it as more of Tim's thing. And there were some products when we first started, our company had very few amount of products because it was a startup. And in the beginning, I just didn't think that there was anything that I personally could sell. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have my own story, like you said, because I hadn't really experienced the products in a way where I felt like I had confidence in going out and talking about them. So you would tell me to, tell your story. And I'd say, I don't have a story. And so, yeah, it's pretty much what you said, just a couple more details there. Sorry, well, I was just going to say it wasn't until our company very early on, came out with our weight loss system. And I had just had our baby, our first son. And I remember hearing all of the stories about our products and how I went to an event and it was everybody on stage talking about how these products had changed their life and how much weight they lost. And I'm seeing all these people up there who had lost all this weight. And I'm like 25 pounds overweight from having our first son. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to use these, And so I started using them. I got the results. And then I got that passion around talking about it because I had my story and I had the, just the results from the products. Yeah. And so that's kind of how that transition happened from me not really being super interested in getting customers or doing the business into having more and more of an interest.
Exactly. And I hope all of you just saw something that where I was thinking like she's not excited about the products. What it was is that she's truthful. And I love that about her. I really adore that about her. There are some people who get into a company and they really do love all the products. There's other people who don't necessarily like them, use other people's products instead of that one, but still promotes it. All right. Laura's not that person, okay? Laura will not promote what she doesn't love, her best, like the best, okay? And so, and I'm the same way. So that I appreciate about her, and I think is a great aspect. All right. So I had gotten early in on that conversation about the weight loss stuff, and so I thought, and the name of the product didn't work for me. And so I was kind of thinking, wow, maybe if I create a rough, tough man cave kind of a cover over around it and use the product because we saw the results. And so I created this tough, dark green and black logo and stuff like that. And so I then asked Laura, And I said, because there was a whole bunch of women that were getting spouses of the tough guys. And they were asking questions. And I went to her after one of the meetings and I said, babe, would you take my rough green, gray thing and turn it pink and purple or something? Because what I had successfully done, if we could model that into the female side. And so that was where she, if there was ever a move that I did, was just replicate this in As for Women. And then she did far better. She crushed it. Okay. So here she even got a book. She wrote a book, became a best-selling author. She was on multiple news stations, things like that. And so she just really crushed it with that. All right. So now you get to see that it was just a thing that happened, right?
But I'll say what happened here is that I got results and I was so excited about helping other people. And I, for the first time, saw what you had been talking about for however long you'd been talking about it, is that this business helps people. And it's like, I knew it, but I didn't feel like I could do it until I had my own experience and I started helping people and I saw how many people it was helping. And then I became very passionate about that, and so it became easier for me because I had my own experience with it where I could make it my own. It was no longer your thing. It was now I had my own thing within it, so I think that was really an important piece as well.
I remember her coming into my office after she got off of one of her, so she would do coaching calls with a group. And all of these women were like putting up on the scoreboard how many pounds they had lost. And she came in like crying, just crying. And about how, like that and it humbled her that she was the cause of this, that she had assisted them, right? So it's just that she had that experience. So, and then I happened to go to an event up in, was it Mackinac? There's something like Mackinac Island in Michigan. And there was a lady that was on the stage and she was speaking. She had a Southern accent. I came from Tennessee, and so I recognized the accent. But everything that she was talking about had to do with numbers. And she made one comment, and I'll never forget it. And she says that she had a team, and that one of the people had wanted to get off of their auto delivery and said, I can't afford that right now. And she said, well, all right, since I do your taxes, you can not spend $100, but you're going to be charged $900 in taxes because you removed the $100 in auto delivery. And I remember standing up from where I was at the speakers panel, and I walked over and I started listening to her. And as soon as she came off that stage, I ran up and I took a picture. Okay, so that was a selfie picture with her, and she's Courtney Elps. And then I called Laura from Mackinac Island, and I talked to her and I told her, and I think you did something from there.
Well, you told me about Courtney and how amazing her presentation was, and I immediately got her book because she had a book on Amazon, and it was the name of the book is What is your plan B? You would have to be brain dead to not have a home-based business or something like that. So I got the book, I read it, I immediately was like, she needs to be our accountant. And since then we've done several videos with her, and she just has an amazing message. And I became very passionate about the business side of things. I was very into selling products and getting customers. And, that was what I did, is I did all the customer acquisition for our business. He more focused on the network marketing side and the, the business side of things and business building. And so when I saw this conversation, though, that Courtney had in her book, where she talks about the fact that if you're a W-2 employee and you add on a home-based business to your income, basically like a network marketing business, you start a network marketing business, the tax benefits that you get as a home-based business owner on your W-2 employee income can save you in about $4,000 to $8,000 a year in taxes just by having your business and working on it. She says it's 45 minutes, 3 times a week is what the IRS, this is not tax advice. You can go read her book.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you what she said to us. And we just became so passionate because we were like, oh my goodness, even if people don't have success right out the gate, they're still saving so much money in taxes just by having a home-based business. So when I got her book, I read it. I've done webinars with her. You've done a video with her. We've been to several events where she spoke. She is our accountant. We'll link the videos so you can see all of those because she goes into detail and breaks down all the numbers. But this conversation of starting a home-based business being it's a strategy, right? It's a tax strategy. It's what the wealthy do. They have businesses so that they can write things off so that they don't have to pay as much money in taxes. So this became a conversation that I was like, I can talk about this all day long. Like, this is what I'm passionate about now, you know?
So I want you guys to really, really get what just occurs. Okay. So it was all about her story. I didn't have a story. I don't know what to say. Why would people listen to me? That kind of thing. And suddenly this happened where it's so logical about the tax conversation that you can't lose. So everybody who says is you lost money, right? No, it was written off in taxes. Okay. So that was the real scene. So she ends up really having this aha moment about network marketing. And now she can recruit. Now she can't find, like she'll call her brother. She'll call everybody that she knows and saying, you've got to have a business. You've got to have a business, right? That is, I hope you saw the transition here. All right. So just a little bit of the subtle transitions here. I asked her if she'd convert my men's fat loss program to a women's weight loss program. She did. She crushed it. She hears Courtney tax conversation, now sees why most everyone needs a network marketing business. And so my question to you is, what's been your experience when a spouse gets it from another and not you? She didn't know I wrote that. So, I can be, it's one of those things where I heard that you can't be a prophet in your own town. And that is true in the home. But we so enjoy working together. And as long as she figures it out somewhere, somehow, that's all that matters. Okay. And so let me know what you think on this. Like how has the experience been? What's the transitions for you? Write them so that it gives other people ideas when they read the comments. All right. And then also please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much.